Another time I felt like I was a real dancer was we have this show called The Nutcracker, and I'm from Des Moines, so it's the Des Moines Dance Theater, and it is basically a big company, and we don't have professional dancers in it, but it's a company for kids, and we put on spring shows and fall shows, and you have to audition for those. And we also do the Nutcracker, which is every Christmas season we put on a show, and it has three different acts, and you have the beginning scene, which is like the family scene, and then she falls asleep. So then you have the second act, and which is her dream, and it's all these different characters. And like when I first started, I was a mouse, and I was a mouse for a couple years, and then I became a soldier. And there's two different kinds of soldiers, but the soldier that I was the one with the knives, and then there's other soldiers with the big huge guns. But to be a soldier with a big huge gun, you kind of had to be kind of tall, and I'm not very tall. But so then I was that for a couple of years, and then I became an Arabian, which is a lot of bending and stretching, and you have to hold poses in the air, and you have to be really, really flexible. And then I also became a flower girl, and I went between Arabian and flower girl and Arabian and other things. I was never a doll. I thought that would be a really cool part, but I was a little bit too tall, and they wanted little girls on point shoes who, you could be 17 or 18 and be a doll, but you had to be short to be a doll. And they also had a bunch of solo parts, and they would be on point, and that was one of the things that I always wanted to do, but I never got a chance to, just because I kind of towards the end of my high school career, I kind of stopped dancing as much. I got really busy with my friends at school, and but when I tried out for the Nutcracker, it was always exciting because you would try and you would go in and you would do your best, and you would hope you would want just one part. There was one part everyone always wanted, and so they would always write down their part, and then they would come and they would you do your audition, and then the judges would decide. But the judges are the people who teach the dance to all the girls and boys, and so they know what they're looking for and what they want to have in their part that they're teaching. So it's always kind of interesting, and I always knew all the teachers because I'd been there for so many years, that it was just so exciting. And that was another time where I felt like I really became a dancer, was when I tried out for the Nutcracker, and I did it for every year ever since I was 8 years old until I was 18. It was pretty exciting.